Brought to you by Heineken. Playing the hottest mix of music here on Phnom Penh's top English language radio station, Radio 1 FM 103.7. You just heard Toka Toka by Fly Project. That's a Romanian song, actually. And before that, of course, the ubiquitous Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
I almost never hear that song.
What song? Which song? Yes, and it's finally time for our very first interview. Very first interview. You've seen the ad on Facebook. I've been shouting it everywhere. Today I have the Bredan Gallagher in the studio, and you're back.
Yes,
hello.
Back to where it all began in Radio 1.
Yes, it's quite amazing. So it's been for those who don't know, you are not new to Radio 1.
Nope. No, I was here right at the start of Radio 1, the first broadcast.
Very, very beginning, very start. So, some listeners might not remember that, so do give us a little bit of a background.
When Radio 1 was starting back in the humble days of 2014, I think, was it?
Yes, 2014, October.
So I was one of the original people launching the Expat Hour, which was a mix of world music and Western music and rock music and whatever else I wanted to play. And then I did that. I did the study mix. I was doing 11 shows a week at one point on Radio 1. And that was my beginning in the entertainment industry in Cambodia. So I've been in entertainment for a long time in Europe and in Singapore, but in Cambodia, the first one was Radio 1. So that's where it all began. Full circle.
Quick question: When did you move to Cambodia?
Good question. 3 years ago? Actually, it just passed my 3-year anniversary.
So you moved to Cambodia and then you started on the radio here, pretty much.
About 3 months later, because I wasn't planning to. The plan was, as always, with coming to Cambodia, the plan was to stay 3 months. And then 3 months has now become 3 years. Yeah.
But I always say Cambodia is a bit like Hotel California. You can check out.
Yes,
anytime.
We're here. I love it here. It's an awesome place to stay. 3 months was the plan, and then I started with Radio 1, and I thought, okay, this seems like a fun thing to do. Not super serious, just have some fun with my own radio show. And then that ended up turning into quite a few other things.
Yes. So how does it feel being back in the radio studio?
It looks different. Well,
it is different.
But it's cool to be back. I'm very much a fan of remembering where you come from. So it's been a journey over the last couple of years in what I'm doing, and Radio 1 has had its own journey. So it's interesting to come back full circle and deliver something different, something interesting.
Yeah. So that's cool. So can you tell our listeners how? Okay, you did not stay at Radio 1. We're not going to go into many details, as many as you wish, actually. But so what did you do after leaving Radio 1? Obviously you've not left the country.
Nope, still here.
So what happened?
When I was still working with Radio 1, I started to get to know some of the big stars in Cambodia, and one in particular was NiKi. And her fashion designer was a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
And so that was our introduction. And then I helped him on the shoot he was doing costume for the Power video for NiKi. So I helped out on that and this behind the scenes shoot. And me and NiKi just got along, and I because I'd been a singer before and I'd been in the industry so long, I was just giving her advice here and there, and that turned into her asking me to be her manager. So it all started from that. Like, it was very organic, it was very serendipitous, there was no calculated decision making. It was purely, be a nice person and then nice people come together. And as ironically, how I ended up leaving Radio 1 is because I had to choose between doing the shows with NiKi or being available to do the shows at Radio 1. So obviously I chose NiKi, and from that beginning with NiKi, I built 208 Entertainment. So it all came from that.
The 208 Entertainment. The question, why 208?
Good question. I was about to do a deal And the company in question, which because I won't reveal what the company was, I was very suddenly needed to give a name to the company, because up until then I was just managing artists, and it was me doing it. But in order to get a particular agreement, we had to be a company. So I had to think very quickly on the spot for a name. And I live on Street 208, and I have always lived on Street 208 in Cambodia. So Street 208 became 208 Entertainment, so that's the magical.
Okay.
me making up a name on the spot is how 208 Entertainment came about.
So you're not allowed to move.
The office has to stay there, and we're expanding into other places, and it'll always be 208 Entertainment. But it's a nice thing that it'll always be, wherever we go, it's going to be a Cambodian company.
That is
and
great.
So therefore, when people say, where does the name come from, we will say, well, the original and the head offices was Street 208 in Cambodia. So when we build our towers in other parts of the world, Street 208 will always be the beginnings of where we came from.
Yes, that's great. Can you tell us, our listeners, what your company does? I mean, okay, you were just managing artists, but
so we do full service management. So we managed different artists. We manage NiKi, we manage Sam Rocker, we manage New Fame in Saigon. We manage models, we manage TV stars. Anyone who's in the entertainment business,
so
we manage.
It is much more than what it started.
Yes, it started as me just taking bookings for NiKi and carrying bags, and then and it became what it is now. And
so you no longer carry bags.
Still carry bags.
Okay.
And this is the thing about it, is that in order to be successful in any business, never be too proud to be the one carrying the bags. You know,
so carry bags, pick up stuff.
Just because I made up a title and can put managing director before on my business card doesn't mean that it's time to stop carrying bags. Like, you have to be willing to do the grunt work as well as the more complicated work. So we do that. We do the proposals and put together everything for the business deals with the big companies. We do music production, we do video production, and all the way along our entry into the market was we do the best quality video production and the best quality music production. So, and we've kept that standard. And both here and in Vietnam, we come in at the highest level when it comes to video production. So
that's great.
Music and video production. We set an international standard. We thought, at times we have to make the decision between cost and quality.
Yes.
And we'll always choose quality. Like the last video we did with NiKi, we brought in new cameras from Thailand. We brought in, and they had particular cards that you couldn't really get in Cambodia. But we just thought, this is what we want. We're shooting in 4K, even though nobody can broadcast in Cambodia in 4K.
I know that.
But we're never just thinking here, we're thinking internationally.
Yeah.
So we shoot in 4K, so at some point when we're international, we'll be able to use the 4K. So, and then we drop 4K down to HD for broadcasting. So we always have this big scope on things.
That's
always
great.
big scope.
Great.
But still carrying bags. Always.
Thinking ahead. Yeah. It's 15 minutes past 11 a.m. We do have to take a short break, and I think you know the drill, right? And when we come back, I do want to talk a little bit more about the artists that are being managed by your company, and perhaps we can also listen to some of their tunes.
That'd be lovely.
Perhaps. So let's take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and I'll let you drink some of that coffee, that instant 3-in-1 coffee. And when we come back, we can talk some more.
ចូលកែមួយណែលឺថាឯងមានដំណឹងល្អឆាប់ៗនេះមែនទេមិនក៏ដឹងគូនដំណឹងឯងច្បាស់ជារំភើបហើយណែជាមួយស្រាប៊ី Heineken ណាគេផ្ដល់ជូនដំណើរកម្សាន្តលំដាប់ខ្ពស់ការស្នាក់នៅអាហារនិងទេសចរដ៏ល្អឯងចង់និយាយពីទីក្រុងញូវយ៉កមែនមែនហើយជាទីក្រុងដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតល្អចោលដោយស្រាប៊ី Heineken អញ្ចឹងពួកម៉ាក់ចង់ឈ្នះដំណើរកម្សាន្តក្រេតទៅឃ្មុំនៅទីក្រុងញូវយ៉កមែនទេច្បាស់ណាស់គឺពិតជាល្អឯងជាមួយស្រាប៊ី Heineken ព័ត៌មានលម្អិត011 222 400 011 333 500សូមពិសាដោយការទទួលខុសត្រូវ
You're listening to The Lifestyle Show with me, Devi Vanhon, on Radio 1 FM 103.7.
Brought to you by Heineken.
Doing shit you don't even see him move. Ride with me, boss. I got a hard head, but her ass off. She want the last name with the ring on it. Cause I pulled out $1 million cash, told her plank on it.
Let's talk more music on Radio 1 FM 103.7. That was a lie. There's actually going to be more talk than this music this hour. But yeah, you just heard Unforgettable by French Montana. We're back here in the studio. Not that we ever left, but we're back here in the studio, and Brandon's still with me. And so just before we took this break, I was saying that I'd like to know a little bit more, and I'm sure listeners want to know more too, about the artists that you're currently managing.
Okay.
Give me names. Reveal all the names.
Well, the biggest one is, of course, NiKi. So a legend in the business, the young business of Cambodia. So NiKi was my first star and is still my biggest star. And, you know, I think most people know who NiKi is. You know, she's set, you know, I think to give her a lot of credit, she was she's responsible for really pushing forward the quality of the industry here. You know, she's her attention to detail and her interest in always ensuring quality is what we've built everything around. Yes. So, you know, and it's fantastic to work with, you know, and we've kept her always as a premium artist. She's retained her brand very, very carefully, and that's all planned. That's all. We only attach her to premium brands. Yes. We just did the launch of Emirates for Cambodia, so Emirates will be flying between Dubai and Phnom Penh, and we did that with a Thai agency and direct with the client in Dubai. So before that, she's been partnered with Moet and Chandon. She's been partnered with Audi. We're just finishing, as we're speaking here, actually, we're dropping off some memorabilia from NiKi that will be featured in Hard Rock Cafe International. So Hard Rock Cafe, of course, an international company. And NiKi's one of only 3 artists in Cambodia to be selected to contribute memorabilia. So, and it will be displayed initially in Phnom Penh's Hard Rock Cafe, but we'll rotate with Bangkok, Saigon, Siem Reap, and maybe even elsewhere. Because NiKi has the talent and the look to go international. So,
yeah, definitely.
So NiKi's a big star, and then there's Sam Rocker, and Sam is fantastic. I love working with Sam. Sam is the most passionate individual you'll ever meet. Sam is passionate about music, passionate about life. Just, you know, when we signed Sam, I'd been observing Sam for a while.
Yes.
Knew that she was talented, knew that she was a great songwriter, great singer, but needed to see the live performance. And then saw Sam perform live and was blown away. And I went straight up afterwards and said, let's meet for a coffee next week. I want to discuss your career. And, you know, and Sam had been through a lot of false starts in this industry, because as we know, this industry is filled with a lot of scam artists and a lot of idiots.
Unfortunately,
so, more idiots than there are real people. But you know, she had a lot of false starts with people saying you need to change your look, you need to change this. You know, because Sam is a tomboy look. So, and I said very simply, I never want to change any of my artists for who they are. We take who they are as people and we promote that.
And develop them.
So I told Sam, don't change even a little bit. Be yourself, and I will market that. And you know, we don't market NiKi and Sam in the same way, because they're different demographics. But Sam inspires people by how real Sam is. So, and I love that. And we just released a new album for Sam. So Sam's album just came out.
Sounds like I should have her as a guest on the show at some point.
Yeah, your competitors are already trying. So they've been talking to us this week. And then we have New Fame in Saigon, and New Fame are two Americans living in Vietnam, but
I was about to ask who they are.
two Americans living in Vietnam, but both used to live in Cambodia and both partnered with Clap Your Hands for many years. So and then they went back to the US, then they came back here, and they went to Vietnam and settled there. But they still keep a firm affection for Cambodia. So when we signed a production house agreement with Smart, we had the decision between choosing some more of our Khmer artists or taking a chance with New Fame. So actually we contributed 3 artists to Smart: NiKi, Sam Rocker, and we decided to go for New Fame because we just thought they love Cambodia. Talent wise, they're way ahead. They're really, really well developed. They've toured all over the world. Let's take a chance with them. And for them it meant the world, because you know they're underground artists and they're doing their thing. So those are the main ones, and then we have a lot of...
When did that happen? I mean, when did you sign up?
We became a production house with Smart in January.
Okay.
So we became a production house at Smart. We signed a lot of production and booking agreements with CTN, with Vanhon. So we chose a lot of very smart deals, which means that our artists are always being featured and the content is always being used. And the best thing of all in an industry like this is every content is monetized. So the artists are always getting paid. We can't rely on sales in Cambodia. We can't rely on, if we release something through YouTube or iTunes or whatever, we end up getting maybe $30 or $40 per song. We get number 1 singles, but you're not going to retire on $40 once it's split between everybody. So instead we rely on monetizing in different ways, and it's usually by partnering with media partners.
Yes,
so we worked smart on that, and we have all these artists featuring. We did sign other artists, and we do our best to screen artists a lot before we sign them, because it's not just about the talent, it's not just about the numbers, it's also the personality. We really, really market ourselves as a premium agency. Therefore, they need to keep up a very professional standard. If ever the artist doesn't keep up to a professional standard, we drop them. Yeah, so we have dropped artists.
I was about to ask you.
We're not going to say the names of who we dropped, but we have dropped artists, and it was just simply...
I hope not too many.
No. For the most part, they are, because the screening process before we sign them is good.
So you, of course,
we generally choose wisely, but we don't have 100% records. So, but and then on the model side, we have big stars like Konka has worked with us for quite some time, who's top model in Cambodia. We have newer stars like Mui Mui and Dalin, who are up and coming models who are great. And again, always our eye on international. So we're super proud of Cambodia, and we'll always be a Cambodian company, but we want to take Cambodian stars international.
Outside, yes.
Yeah, that's our ultimate goal.
Also, I was about to want to say, artists that you do drop, hopefully they learn something from it, and it will make them grow, hopefully.
So far, I haven't seen it.
But let's be positive, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, the music industry is a complicated industry, and there's a lot of people saying a lot of things in different artists' heads and turning their heads and everything like that. So we do hope that they learn, and we do hope that they follow the right advice, because ultimately, whether they work with us now or they have ever worked with us, or even if they've never worked with us, we want the Cambodian industry as a whole to be a success and to go international. So even if it's not us that takes it international, if it's one of our competitors that takes it international, that's okay good, too, because it does end up helping everybody. So what we always hope is that irrespective, everybody works together, because at a stage of the industry like this, people need to work together, companies need to work together.
Else nobody's going to grow.
Yes, exactly. It can't be crab mentality. It's time for everybody to be grown up.
Right, we do have to take a short break again, but when we come back, I would like to play maybe one song of one of your signed-up artists. And now I'd like to ask you which one you'd like our audiences to hear.
Let's put on NiKi because she's the biggest.
Yes.
So I think I gave you "Wouldn't Be Right," which is
Definitely.
the last single.
Yes.
So yeah, let's play "Wouldn't Be Right." I love the song; it's an awesome song.
Yes, so I've heard it.
Yeah.
So we're going to play that one once we come back. But of course, right now we do have to take that break, as I was saying. I'm just trying to make sure I'm playing the right ads. Yeah. So stay tuned for NiKi's new song.
So listen to your taste buds and appreciate Heineken, just as other beer lovers do in 192 countries around the world. Heineken, open your world. Enjoy responsibly.
បេះដូងរបស់មនុស្សពីរនាក់រស់ដើម្បីស្នេហា តើត្រូវចាំយូរប៉ុណ្ណាទើបបានបេះដូងមកតែបដិហាបានធ្វើឲ្យនាងត្រឡប់មកវិញរបស់ខ្ញុំមិនណាឲ្យកូនស្រីរបស់យើងខ្ញុំសូមទោសខ្ញុំទទួលនាងធ្វើការហើយណាចាយកប្រពន្ធខ្ញុំតម្លាក់ទុកនៅណាតើទៅមិនបាច់ត្រឡប់មកជន់ទីនេះទៀតទេនាងត្រឡប់មកវិញដើម្បីដណ្ដើមយកគ្រប់យ៉ាងឲ្យបានហើយខ្ញុំក៏បោះបង់គេហើយគ្រប់យ៉ាងបង្កើតបានជាបញ្ហាចាក់ស្រេះអ្នកម៉ាក់ខ្លាំងណាស់នាងធ្វើបានមិនធ្វើអីនាងត្រូវការស្អីគ្រប់បញ្ហាគ្រប់រឿងរ៉ាវនឹងមាននៅក្នុងខ្សែភាពយន្តភាគថៃដ៏ល្អឯកមួយនេះដែលនឹងធ្វើឲ្យទស្សនិកជនរំជួយញាប់ញ័រក្នុងអារម្មណ៍ផ្សាយជូនទស្សនារៀងរាល់ថ្ងៃច័ន្ទដល់ថ្ងៃសុក្រវេលាម៉ោង11ដល់ម៉ោង12ថ្ងៃត្រង់និងម៉ោង6ល្ងាចរឿងស្នេហ៍ប្រែរូបនៅ My TV
Before we move on to anything else, let me quickly remind you all to keep your eyes open for the programs from My TV. My TV is the leading television network in Cambodia, broadcasting the latest international and local movies and music videos, and so much more. So make sure you check out My TV.
Hi, this is NiKi, and you are listening to Cambodia's hottest English language radio station, Radio 1 FM 103.7.
Ban ស្វែងរកមិនបានត្រៀមចិត្តមិននឹងស្មានថារូបបងហ៊ានមានគុំនិតចង់ចូលមកចិត្តជាប្រភេទដែលហ៊ានលាត្រដាងនេះហើយគឺជាអន្តិពលម្យ៉ាងដែលធ្វើឲ្យអូនរុញច្រានបងមិនបានក្លាហានសំដីដល់ក្បងក្បាយរបងថ្លៃធ្វើឲ្យរួមអូនមិនហ៊ានហាស្ដី Don't know how to react then you smiled and told me your name Oh I remember now Your captivating stare was making me shy And I knew for sure inside If we ended it there that night It wouldn't be right It wouldn't be right It wouldn't be right It wouldn't be right នៅក្នុងរង្វង់ដៃបងនាពេលនេះអូនស្ទើរនឹកស្មានមិនដល់ tập từng vấn đề mình bàn bong loក្រុមបែបយ៉ាងយើងបងកាត់គ្រាស្រមមួយបងកាត់ស្ពានដើរឆ្លងយើងអត់អានយកយល់រាល់កំហុងខំឆ្លងកន្លងរវាងអូននិងបងបង្កើនតែស្នាមញញឹមបង្កើនគ្រួសារកក់ក្ដៅរំលឹងគ្រាដំបូងដែលយើងបានជួបគ្នាជួបគ្នា I didn't know how to react then you smiled and told me your name oh I remember now your captivating stare was making me shy and I knew for sure inside if we ended it there that night it wouldn't be right it wouldn't be right your captivating stare was making me shy I knew for sure inside if we ended it there that night it wouldn't be right oh it wouldn't be right and I knew for sure inside.
That was NiKi with a new song, right? Is it how new is it?
We released that 2 months.
Yeah, so still pretty new.
One or 2 months.
Still pretty new. It wouldn't be right. And can you give us a little bit of background to that song? I know it's not you singing it, but yeah, a little bit of background. So you just what you were telling me off air, just like some
So
traditional.
the production of that was interesting because so again, high quality production. As always, we use Ewan Gray at Songkite Studios, and the song itself, you can probably wait for the interview with NiKi to talk about the meaning of the song. But from the production, we finished the production and then felt we want to add something to it. And we've never really used traditional instruments for NiKi before, but the tro, which is the single string instrument,
Yes.
we included a sample at the end, the last part of the song.
So making
And
it
as
more
soon as we put it in,
Cambodian.
I got the goosebumps and tingles, and I was like, that's it, that's the
Yes.
one. And that's a Cambodian traditional instrument, but recording that in the studio or just using it in general, it's never fully in tune. It's always slightly out of tune, and Cambodian instruments in general are a different tuning to Western tuning.
Yes, yes.
So in that one we had to find a tro sample and use it so it would sound always in tune. So we'd love to use the live instrument, but it's just not possible
Not
with
at the
that
moment.
particular one.
Yes.
But then we decided to do a really, really high production video for that particular song. And we're always trying to push the boundaries a little bit. So it's a song about love, and so we wanted to make a video that showed love. But, that's shown in most videos. So we decided to show love in all its forms. So we recognize that in the industry here, straight couples are shown normally. Gay characters are generally comedy characters,
Yes.
and lesbian characters don't exist. So we decided that let's represent them all and let's show love in a very natural and beautiful way. So we showed a lesbian relationship, a gay relationship, and a straight relationship, and we featured them all equally, and we wanted to present them all beautifully. So it wasn't a marketing gimmick; it was generally what we believe in.
Yes.
But we weren't sure if we would get pushback on that. We weren't sure if people would reject the idea, because we showed, the gay and the lesbian couple in very natural things, and we focused a lot on hands, and we focused a lot on genuine nice touches.
Yes.
And in the end, what we had was we kept shooting even between takes, like even when it was behind the scenes. So a lot of the footage that ended up being used was behind the scenes footage because it was so natural.
Yes.
So we released it, and thankfully the reaction was 100% positive. It was great, and a lot of people, you know, who are kind of suffering in silence, it was an endorsement from a picture perfect star to say, well, we support you, we're here for you. And so we always want to the music industry is an industry and it's a business, but at the same time we have the power to inspire, so that's what we wanted to do. So, and all of our music, like the Sam stuff that we'll put on in a bit, it's the same thing. It's all about inspiring and being. If there's no positive characters or positive role models, the society falls apart. So we want to start building positive role models for the people.
That's great, and not making pre-packaged copy paste.
I'll leave that for the Koreans and the Korean industry. So I won't mention any local partners who also do the same thing. But the for us is all about authenticity.
Yes, original music, real people.
Exactly.
That's great. Yes. So. Actually, I think we should be listening to more music. We should.
I'm okay. If there's a Sam track there.
There is. There's
Don't
three
Stop.
of them. Exactly.
Don't
this
Stop.
one.
So Don't Stop is the name of the album. It's it's title track. It's the music video that's about to come out, and it's all about, even if you're down, don't stop, keep fighting, and it's going to come back. And for that video, we shot 26 different people singing a different line of the song. I shot them, featuring a different line of the song. It's all lined up. So
that's nice.
it's supposed to be out last week. Unfortunately, editing takes forever. So
so when can we expect to see the video?
Next week.
Okay, that's good.
Next week.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
But love the song, love what Sam's putting together, and it was a 6-month production putting together the album and the track and everything like that. So I hope the people like it. They'll love it. I know it's a great song.
I can't wait to hear it. So Don't Stop. Here it is, taking us to the next break, of course.
លឺថាឯងមានដំណឹងល្អឆាប់ៗនេះមែនទេមិនក៏ដឹងគូនអ្នកណាច្បាស់ជារំភើបហើយណែជាមួយស្រាបៀរ Heineken ណាគេផ្ដល់ជូនដំណើរកម្សាន្តលំដាប់ខ្ពស់ការស្នាក់នៅអាហារនិងទេសចរណ៍ដ៏ល្អឯងចង់និយាយពីទីក្រុងញូវយ៉កមែនហើយជាទីក្រុងដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតល្អចោលដោយស្រាបៀរ Heineken អញ្ចឹងពួកម៉ាក់ចង់ឈ្នះដំណើរកម្សាន្តក្រេតទៅឃ្មុំនៅទីក្រុងញូវយ៉កមែនទេច្បាស់ណាស់គឺពិតជាល្អឯងជាមួយស្រាបៀរ Heineken ព័ត៌មានលម្អិន011 222 400 011 333 500សូមពិសាដោយការទទួលខុសត្រូវ
Radio is the only truly mobile medium. In the car, at work, and at play, radio is there. The companion and the advertising force your customers take with them wherever they go. To advertise with Radio 1, contact our sales department at 023 432418. That's 023 432418. Or email info@radio1cambodia.com. Remember, radio advertising works only on Radio 1 FM 103.7.
Hi, I am Panda, is your host from Request Show. Want to listen to your favorite song? Also want to send your favorite song to your friends or your beloved people? Don't forget to catch me up every weekday from 12 to 2 p.m. I'm going to play all your song requests and also getting all your dedication only on Radio 1 FM 103.7. See you there.
Hey guys, if you would like to hear your favorite song played on the radio right now,
or you want to chit chat with us,
well, give us a call or text us at 011 77 81 11
or 010 416 325.
Call us now.
You're listening to The Lifestyle Show with me, Devi Vanhon, on Radio 1 FM 103.7.
Brought to you by Heineken.
It is just 13 minutes actually to 12 p.m. here in the Lifestyle Show. We're coming to an end, unfortunately, but we still have a few minutes.
So quick.
And yes, we still have Bredan in the studio, and we just before the break, we heard the song by
Sam Rocker.
Yeah, Don't Stop. I was looking which one it was. Yes. Sam Rocker. So yeah, as you were saying off air, is that you were quite surprised when you first saw Sam Rocker and then heard the voice, like the difference.
Yeah, because I saw Sam and came out, and Sam was the tomboy look, and so I thought it was a dude, and thought it was a guy, and then she started to sing, and has, as you can hear from the song, a beautiful, sweet voice. And after being in the industry for this long, you don't get surprised very often, and I was surprised in a very, very good way. And I think that's one
great.
of the phones calling. So I was super surprised in a positive way, and I just loved everything about it, and decided, you know what, that's an artist for us, for 208. So, and I can say from working with Sam, is super passionate and keeps wanting to do more and more and more. So, it's very easy to sit back sometimes and go, the success is coming, let's relax. Sam will not allow that. Sam was like, let's keep going, let's keep going. So I can say that we help manage our artists, but our artists help make us better too. So I can say, from working with NiKi, from working with Sam, from working with Konka, Mui Mui, everybody, we teach them, but they make us better. So it's a family. It's a family, a business family, but a family.
That's great. So we're almost out of time, so I have a few last few things I want to talk about. Is first the state of the music industry. I mean, you've been here for 3 years. I've been here for a little bit longer. So, and as you've been saying, you've been trying with your company to change and improve the state of the music industry. I mean, promoting and pushing more original artists, original creations, rather than just the copy paste translate. And we've seen over the past decades, and unfortunately it's still happening. But So
Well,
obviously I see it as a good thing. Sorry, I'm sure a lot of people do. But how has the response been?
I think, I mean, you know, the copied music still exists, and the reimagined classic music still exists, and the original music still exists. All need to exist. You know, an industry has to have many layers. But for sure, when we started 2 years ago, we were told original music doesn't work in Cambodia, and we disagreed, and we just said it just needed to be developed. So we said we stuck with what we believed in, and the industry here is quite cyclical. So it was copied music for a long time.
Yes.
Then it was moved towards DJs, and then finally it came to since about July last year, it fully went to original artists, and now there's a lot of original artists. You know, before there was only, you know, NiKi, Jimmy, and a couple of others, and then doing the original artist stuff, and then there was the other artists doing the reimagined of old school stuff. So it's just cool. It's not original music, but it's cool. And the thing that I can say that did develop is once we brought the quality, everybody stepped up their quality too. So even, you know, the Hong Mis, for example, who are the biggest people in the industry here, and I'm not a fan of the music that they make, but I've seen them step up their production quality, and that's good for the industry as a whole.
Yes.
And ultimately, again, what I've always said is it's not just about us going up, it's about the industry going up. So I can say that the quality's gone up. Original artists have the confidence to do what they believe in, and they're inspiring more young people to do it too. So it still feels like it's the beginnings of things, but the competitors are trying to keep up, and that's a good thing. Competition is good for everybody. So, yeah.
So in general, it's all positive.
Yeah, at least for the purposes of an interview. It's all positive. Yeah.
Okay. So last thing I do want to ask you is because normally at this time I would do the events calendar during my show. So I want to ask you, are there any upcoming live events with any of your artists?
Yeah. So we're this month we're partnered with Met Young. Met Young is a charity festival, and so Met Young is a really, really cool festival set up by young Cambodian people, and this year they're focused on, they want to deliver 10,000 books to people around the provinces and everything like that. So we've partnered 208 with them fully, so we've given them access to every artist they want. Just take who you want. So the next 3 weekends, this weekend and the weekend after, so it's the 7th, 15th and 22nd. You can double check that.
Yes,
so so it's gonna be just showcasing all these artists. So, and it's not just us, you know, there's other artists there too. Full day events of singing and DJs and everything like that. So we've given them for all 3 weeks of it. We've given them our people. So we believe in Met Young, and we believe in the people behind it, and we believe in delivering books to, you know, I'm 32 years old and I still remember being handed my first book, and I think as we move towards tablets and all that nonsense, books still mean something. So
I can't read books on a tablet. No, I can't.
Comic books, yes, but real books, no. So we're partnering with those, and I'm going to be flying into Bangkok we have some business in Bangkok. Be flying to Manila in the Philippines. We're going to be partnering with ABS-CBN in the Philippines, and then back to Vietnam and here again. So the artists will be singing and I'll be traveling. So that's what's happening. So it's going to be an interesting few producers popping his head in. So it's going to be an interesting few weeks, and then we always have events coming up, a mix of corporate events and big gigs. So.
Okay, that's great. So so I just checked the next 3 weekends. I mean Saturday, Sunday. So the weekend of the 8th, 15th, and 22nd.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. What about yourself? I do know that yourself were in not just managing artist, but you're a musician yourself.
I was. Well, actually, it's funny you say that, because last night I was speaking with one of my producers in Finland, and he sent me some tracks last night, and he said, "Can you do vocals for these tracks?" Now, I was a heavy metal singer, and there is no heavy metal in Cambodia, or very little. So I agreed that I'll do 6 tracks for them. So, and I've been itching to get back into singing again. I miss it, and I miss being on stage, and I miss the performance side. I did it for 10 years, and we were signed, and we were touring, and everything like that. So I agreed just last night to do some new music. So there will be. I'm going to use Soundkite Studios here to record my vocals, and we'll mix it in our Gain to 11 studios, which I'm part owner of in Finland. So we'll do that, and yes, there will be brutal heavy metal coming your way in the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, we'll get it done. So it's hard to work in the industry and not still be on stage every time you see it. So you might see me back on stage in Cambodia sometime. We're not sure.
Keep me posted, right?
I will, of course.
Right, we're unfortunately out of time. We have time for maybe one more song. Okay, we've heard two of your Cambodian artists, but you were saying you've signed a new artist based in Vietnam, right?
Yes. So we're fully expanding into Vietnam, but right now the Cambodian artists are actually getting better numbers than the Vietnamese artists. Even the big Vietnamese artists. Cambodians are getting higher numbers, so we're starting with New Fame. We're discussing with 3 other artists in Vietnam now about signing them too. But this is New Fame, who super passionate, super lovely people, and this is the newest single, which is custom made. Custom made. So
we're going to play that in just a few seconds. But before we go, thanks a lot again for coming into the studio. Did you finish your coffee?
Almost.
Okay, good.
I miss it.
Thanks a lot for coming in. It's nice seeing you again. I think I last saw you in December of last year. I think
so. Yeah, something like that.
It's been a while. Wow, a long while. Yeah, definitely. We need to
do that more often.
Yeah, do that more often. And come back to the radio every now and then if
Why
you
not?
want to.
Invite me, I'll come.
Yes, definitely. And I'll bring donuts next time. Anyhow, stay tuned. Thanks a lot for coming. And I'll be back again tomorrow, same place, same time. And right now, stay tuned also for the request show with Panda, who's patiently waiting outside. She'll be coming in to take care of me for the next 2 hours. And as we're saying, here is New Fame with Custom Made.
BBB, what up? Custom made. We so custom. We so custom made. It's all for me. Look at this room, light on light. The night is up. Toast the cup. We all fly as fuck. Bad girl, cause I never give it up. Just a taste for your tip tongue. No popping, nothing. But I burn one in this bitch for the long run. Smart Frank Ocean, keep up, stay in your lane. Built this life, I'm custom made. Fucking insane. Top of my game, don't feel the pain. But it's my parade, omerta. Now rain on down my pay. If I pass burns, it's a shame.